We are just hours away from the longest partial lunar eclipse that we've seen in nearly 600 years. You staying up late for it? We'll get into that with friend of the show, Kelly Green. And we want to welcome you inside the comfy confines of the Channel 13 studios on a cold evening across central Indiana. Great to be with you. Let us know where you're watching Facebook Live. We'll give you a shout out, mention your name and your city. Participate tonight as much as you can. Also tonight, friend of the show, Emily Longnecker, has a story about a local volunteer group that provides meals for Indianapolis homeless, and they need a vehicle in a big way because their other car caught fire. So Emily will bring us up to date on really a tragic situation for this group that does great things for our city. And we'll be talking to Emily coming up in a moment. But let's begin our evening as we always do with Angela. Angela, we are almost at Friday.
Thank goodness. We've been talking about it. It's kind of felt like a slow week.
I know.
Roscoe started it on Tuesday when he felt like it was Wednesday.
I know. And that just it kind of got our hopes up. And then we realized, it's only Tuesday.
Kind of snowballs from there. And I think everyone this time of year gets a little more excited about the holidays,
right.
And so the work weeks just kind of seem longer.
Yeah, we got Thanksgiving a week from today.
I know. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, so
next week we're going to have to talk sides and
oh yeah, we're going to get into all of that
good stuff.
Yeah, and we're waiting for Fulton to join us here on Facebook. He's one of our Facebook regulars. He always tells us what day this is, National Fill in the Blank Day. So Fulton, we're ready for you to weigh in tonight. Let us know what today is. How the weather for tonight?
Cold. You were right. It is cold. We're forecasting mid-20s, so heavy coat weather tomorrow. Grab the sunglasses because we'll have a fair amount of sunshine, especially the early half of tomorrow. Might have a few clouds build tomorrow afternoon and evening, but cold. 25 at 8 a.m. 37 at lunchtime, and close to 40 for high temperatures. Clouds arrive and will stick around as we head into the start of the weekend. Clouds not quite as cold. We'll be back close to where we should be. Our average high in the low 50s. So we were, a good 10, about 10 colder than that today, and we'll be about 10 colder than that tomorrow. But closer to where we should be this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, both days close to 50. Lots of dry time on Saturday, mostly cloudy skies. I am going to show you Future Track 13 Saturday evening, Saturday night into early Sunday. Here comes the rain. If this develops early, we get the rain in here and out of here, that would give us some dry hours Sunday afternoon before the colder air returns. And we're talking about another cold front that will have some strong winds with it. The rain will be ahead of the front, strong winds with the front Sunday night into Monday, and cold air. 30s for highs.
Oh my gosh.
Monday, Tuesday, and most likely we'll be dealing with some lake effect snow showers and maybe a couple of flurries with those stronger winds on Monday.
Yeah.
Sunday night, Monday, depending on how quickly the cold air gets here.
Aren't you glad you got your Christmas lights up?
Yes, yes I am. Now, Saturday wouldn't be terrible for that.
Right, right.
You know, it's going to be cloudy, upper 40, so not terrible, but not 60 when I did it.
She has the advantage because she's the smartest one when it comes to weather and knowing when to get outside and doing things.
Well, and I do have mornings off, so
true.
There was a good chunk of time that I didn't have to be at work that day.
All right, let's go ahead and say hello to some of our Facebook friends tonight. Fulton says this is Mickey and Minnie Mouse's birthday today.
Aww,
so Fulton, thank you for reminding me. I think Fulton reached out and said he actually does a Mickey Mouse impression. So Fulton, if that's true, go ahead and record your Mickey Mouse impression and post that here on the Facebook page, and we'll show it for the world to see.
Nice.
Anastasia wanting to know, are we going to have any white stuff? So
well, Anastasia watches from
she's in New York, right?
So I'm not quite as well versed on New York weather. Especially as she in Syracuse, that might be a lake effect. Is that they get lake effect snow, I think.
And we're going to be paying attention to the Buffalo forecast on Sunday because the Colts play in Buffalo on Sunday.
Right.
We've got Jim Yates says it's 81 in Phoenix tomorrow.
Thanks, Jim.
Jim, I hope you're enjoying the warm weather. That's great. Tanya's with us tonight. Let's see, Melissa heading to Florida for Thanksgiving on Tuesday. It's supposed to be down in the 30s there. So it's going to be a little...
Oh, must be in the Panhandle. Then.
Yeah. We've got Glenn Wright saying good evening. Sharon from Logansport joining us tonight. We've got Ruth from the Gulf Coast of Florida. Michelle from Rochester, Indiana. And Anastasia says, Angela, love your gorgeous dress.
Oh, thank you.
So there you go. So thank you so much for joining us. We're going to go ahead and give more shout outs coming up in a few moments, but let's go ahead and turn our attention to our one of our big stories today in the news, and that's this homeless organization that they're made up of all volunteers. They help the city's homeless across the city. They come down every night and they feed the homeless population hot meals, really good food too. Hamburgers, green beans, water. They come down every night. Sadly, recently their van caught fire and they need transportation. Emily Longnecker joins us with an update. Emily?
Yeah, this is the group that you usually see every day, feeding many of the city's homeless downtown on the sidewalk outside of Lugar Plaza. Now, lately, they have been doing their work here in this parking lot of the old City Hall on North Alabama Street, but come next Monday, they say they might not be here either.
We try to do outreach, but now we're reaching out.
A plea for help from Refuge Place Indy's Regina Gibson.
If someone has a van, we really need it. Yeah, this is an urgent request.
With Thanksgiving just 1 week away, volunteers like Gibson are wondering how they're going to do what they do for the city's homeless. After next week, the group, which is totally funded by donations, says it won't have a way to pick up supplies like food, warm clothing, and blankets the nonprofit hands out daily this time of year.
Many sites that we go to on a daily basis, as well as when we feed our homeless friends, we had to pick up donations. When persons say they have, donations for us to pick up, we need to be ready to pick them up then.
13 News told you last week how the nonprofit lost the van after an engine fire destroyed it. Volunteers didn't stop, borrowing a van from a local business in Plainfield. Now Refuge Place says it must return the van without a replacement.
But if we don't get a van by Monday, many of the services that are provided to the homeless will be ceased. We won't be able to do it.
Right at a time when it's getting colder.
We know we have the shelters, but there are so many that are not in the shelters. Again, laying in the alleys, on the park benches, at the bus stops.
Those are the people this nonprofit fears it won't be able to help.
This van will be a blessing to our homeless friends.
All right, Indianapolis, can we help this organization? If you can, get in touch with the TV station here, Channel 13. We'll go ahead and connect you. If you can even donate a van, if you know somebody that can provide some reliable transportation, be sure to call, contact us on email, WTHR.com. Get in touch with us through Facebook or Twitter, and that way we can go ahead and help this organization that helps so many homeless Hoosiers here in our city. All right, there's a big event that is happening tonight in just a few hours. It's up in the sky. So we know that a lot of you are night owls. You join us every weeknight at 10 o'clock. Perhaps you will be staying up later tonight to see this partial lunar eclipse. And our Kelly Green shows you what you can expect to see out in the sky tonight. Kelly.
Something cool is happening in our sky early Friday morning. A partial lunar eclipse will be visible. A lunar eclipse is where the Earth is in between the sun and the moon. The Earth casts a shadow onto the moon. While this won't be a full eclipse, 97% of the moon will enter the darkest part of the Earth's shadow, allowing only 2.7% of the moon to be visible. The eclipse will begin at 2:18 a.m. The maximum lunar eclipse will occur at 4:02 a.m. with 97% of the moon in darkness. The partial lunar eclipse will end at 5:47. To view the eclipse, start out by looking to the southwest sky at 1:02 a.m. At maximum partial eclipse at 4:02 a.m., look to the west halfway up to the sky. The partial eclipse will be most noticeable between 2:18 a.m. and 4:02 a.m., and it can be seen with the naked eye.
All right, so Facebook friends, who's going to be up at 4 in the morning? No. I'm going to be asleep. I'm going to hope that Sean or maybe Kelly or somebody who's up there, probably out looking at this, taking photos, will go ahead and be tweeting out photos and posting it on Sunrise.
Sure. I'm gonna wait till Chewy wakes me up in the morning, and that should be after. Hopefully, it's after the eclipse.
Yeah, I hope so too. And a shout out to our friend Anne Marie Tiernan, who
Yes.
we hope is asleep right now because she's going to be filling in on sunrise tomorrow morning, beginning at 5 a.m.
She might see the eclipse.
She's going to definitely see it probably as she's driving in, and then she's going to turn around and work the evening shift after working sunrise.
I'm guessing there's a nap in the middle there somewhere. Hopefully.
I sure hope so. So hopefully Anne is sleeping right now, getting sweet dreams because she'll be up in a couple of hours. So be sure to join her on Sunrise and the rest of our friends on Sunrise.
Yeah, and it's the last installment of Chuck's Big Adventure.
Hasn't that been great
It's
going
been
through Asheville?
Great, and it's the Biltmore tomorrow,
Yes.
correct?
Yep.
So definitely tune in for that.
Have you ever stayed at the Biltmore?
I have not. I've
Yeah.
never been to. We took our kids to Asheville when they were younger, and I didn't think that would necessarily be something they would enjoy. So we did
Right.
whitewater rafting.
That's fun.
And we did a ropes course, which was
Yeah, that's
like an
good.
adventure ropes course, which was super, super fun.
Yeah, that's great. Those are fun activities when
Yeah.
the kids are young. All right, give us the, so again, for people that want to go out and watch tonight, overnight.
Bundle up.
Bundle up. Is it going to be clear so we'll be able to see the eclipse?
It will be clear, but temperatures will be in the 20s. That's how we kick off our Friday. 30s at lunchtime, and then only around 40 for a high. This is about 10 degrees colder than average in this Friday forecast. So heavy coat, but grab the sunglasses. And not a bad Friday. Plus, it's Friday.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Linda's going to stay up for it.
All right.
Melissa says, not me. Tanya says, I may be able to see it on the way to work. Anastasia says no. So, and then Teresa says, nope, not going to watch
not
it.
gonna
So
do it.
she, like a lot of us, are going to be watching it in the morning on Sunrise and watching those pictures
Yes,
come in.
come in.
All right. Thank you so much for always joining us here at Facebook, 10 o'clock every weeknight. And we will be back with you tonight at 11 o'clock over on Channel 13. Good night.